What if the world you see every day is only the surface, and beneath it lies a language of symbols that most people are trained to ignore? Imagine powerful individuals standing in front of cameras, shaking hands, giving speeches, smiling confidently, yet carrying a strange visible mark on their face, a single blackened eye. Not hidden, not explained properly, just there, seen by millions, forgotten by most. This is where curiosity begins, and where the idea known as the Black Eye Club quietly takes root. Over the years, photographs have surfaced showing politicians, presidents, royalty, celebrities, business tycoons, and cultural icons appearing in public with bruises around one eye. The explanations are always simple: an accident, a fall, a door, exhaustion, allergies, or a minor medical issue. On their own, these reasons sound perfectly reasonable. But when you start noticing how often this happens and to whom it happens, the coincidences begin to feel uncomfortable. Different countries, different professions, different timelines, yet the same injury pattern keeps repeating. The theory suggests that this is not random. According to believers, the black eye is a symbol, not of injury, but of initiation, not of weakness, but of obedience. In this narrative, power is not just about money, fame, or authority. It is about hierarchy. And in every hierarchy, there are levels. Even the most powerful public figure may still answer to someone unseen. The black eye, they claim, is a reminder of that reality. Some interpretations trace this idea back to ancient symbolism. In Egyptian mythology, the eye of Horus represents sacrifice, pain, loss, and eventual rebirth. Horus loses his eye in battle and regains it, emerging stronger and wiser. In symbolic terms, suffering becomes the price of transformation. Those who believe in the Black Eye Club theory argue that modern elites reenact this symbolism as part of secret rituals tied to power, loyalty, and control. The bruise becomes a badge, temporary, painful, and meaningful only to those who understand it. Others believe the mark represents punishment rather than initiation, a warning delivered publicly, not privately, a way to remind influential individuals that they are replaceable, that stepping out of line has consequences, and the most effective way to enforce control is not through hidden violence, but visible humiliation. When the world sees it and laughs it off, the system proves how deeply untouchable it really is. What fuels this theory even more is the silence. No direct denials, no detailed explanations, no investigations. The media moves on quickly. Fact checkers dismiss it as nonsense. Anyone who asks too many questions is labeled paranoid or irrational. But silence to the human mind is rarely comforting. When explanations feel incomplete, imagination fills the gap. Psychologically, humans are pattern seeking by nature. We are wired to connect dots, especially when it comes to power and danger. Throughout history, secret groups have existed: political alliances, intelligence agencies, closed councils, elite networks. This historical reality makes modern conspiracy theories feel plausible, even without evidence. The Black Eye Club fits neatly into this mindset: a hidden elite, a recurring symbol, and a public that is never fully informed. Skeptics argue strongly against the idea, and their arguments are grounded in logic. Black eyes are common injuries. Famous people are constantly photographed under harsh lighting that exaggerates shadows and bruises. Cosmetic procedures, allergies, medical treatments, and minor accidents can easily cause discoloration around the eye. With millions of public appearances every year, it is statistically inevitable that some influential figures will appear bruised. Once the idea of a club exists, confirmation bias takes over, and every new image feels like proof. And yet, the theory refuses to disappear. It keeps resurfacing because it taps into something deeper than bruises. It feeds on mistrust, on the feeling that ordinary people are excluded from real decision making, on the belief that power protects itself through secrecy. In that sense, the Black Eye Club is less about physical injuries and more about psychological control. There's also the idea of hiding in plain sight. If something is too obvious, people dismiss it. If something is too strange, people laugh at it. Power doesn't always need to hide, it only needs to be unbelievable. By allowing symbols to exist openly, without explanation, systems test how passive the public truly is. Whether intentional or not, this ambiguity keeps people questioning while never reaching certainty. In the digital age, images travel faster than explanations. A single photograph can spark thousands of theories in minutes. Social media amplifies suspicion, while algorithms reward shock and mystery. The Black Eye Club thrives in this environment where attention is currency and doubt spreads faster than facts. Each new image reignites the debate, pulling more people into the rabbit hole. So the question remains unresolved. Is the Black Eye Club real? Is it an organized ritual among elites, a symbolic language of power, or simply a modern myth shaped by fear, mistrust, and coincidence? There is no final answer, and that uncertainty is precisely why the idea survives. Because when power feels distant, people search for signs. When transparency feels fake, symbols feel meaningful. And when the truth is unclear, the mind fills the silence with stories. Maybe the black eye is nothing more than an accident, or maybe it's a reminder that the world we see is not the whole story. The most unsettling part isn't the bruise itself, it's the reaction to it. The speed at which questions are dismissed, the ease with which patterns are ignored, and the quiet understanding that whether the Black Eye Club exists or not, secrecy, hierarchy, and control absolutely do. And perhaps that is the real reason this theory refuses to die. Not because it has been proven, but because it reflects how many people feel about power itself: hidden, untouchable, and always watching.